Hello everyone, my name is Zoe Shu. I'm the project leader at NATSPEC. In today's video, we're going to walk through the National Construction Product Register. What is your first point of call when looking for a construction product that has been assessed to certain Australian or international standards? Do you check suppliers' reports or certification? Do you ring them up? Or do you search online? But the question is, how do you know anything that is supplied to you is real? NCPR helps you to save time from approaching individual suppliers, collate and authenticate their product documentation. It is only up to the designers and approval authorities to evaluate if the evidence in the NCPR shows that the product conforms to certain criteria or the product is compliant to the NCC. The NCPR aims to be the very first step to help the industry to reduce empty marketing claims, to reduce unassessed products or products with substandard conformity assessments. Okay, so first of all, you might ask, who is NATSPEC and why is a register developed by NATSPEC? NATSPEC is impartial and we're not involved in advocacy or policy development. Our main service is in the development and updating of the National Master Specification for use with building projects of all types and sizes. In that, we track the currency of over 1,800 Australian standards, including NCC reference standards, and over 300 international standards, legislation and codes. On top of that, we also developed the National BIM Guide. We have NATSPEC, which is the local government's asset management specification, NATSPEC Product Partner, which is NATSPEC's proprietary specification for construction product suppliers. So products can be fraudulent, so can product documentation. So we were approached by some government departments and industry associations to develop a register of construction products with independently authenticated evidence of conformity to the relevant Australian or international standards. We all need to check if a certificate is real. The NCPR launched in 2018 and it only has a small batch of products evidence authenticated so far, freely and readily available for the industry. We hope the new system I'm about to show you in detail introduces you how it works and it invites your feedback and prompts you to directly or via the practitioners who work with construction products to encourage the product suppliers to join. That way, you know you are working with a real document and faced with various suppliers' claims. Let's see how to find us first. You can go to NATSPEC's website. Okay, now on the NCPR homepage, you'll see the NCPR search and there's NCPR database. Alternatively, you could just click NCPR search. And before I show you the search functions, I want to highlight we also link to Codemark, Watermark, EESS. These were established registers. So we don't intend to duplicate Codemark certificate of conformity or Watermark certificates. The reason being is those certificates can be readily accessed in the JASN's register and ABCB. But if you get given a certificate, you can first come to the NCPR, and if it's not there, you could go to Codemark or relevant register. We also link to other schemes. Those are JASN accredited product certification schemes. So in the NCPR database, let's do waterproofing And then you can search by product type. Work sections, these are NATSPEC's classification system. A lot of practitioners are already familiar with this, and these are the products that are on that's got waterproofing in it. So let's say, for example, liquid. All these products have evidence of conformity independently authenticated by NATSPEC to be genuine. Let's just open one of them to have a close look. And then standard information, we highlight the relevance to the NCC, and then we show the evidence detail. So in this instance, it is a test report. Test report usually don't have an expiry date, but we do encourage practitioners to be more mindful because products do change. And test reports, so we do highlight the limitations and exemptions that are attached to a certain conformity assessments. Sometimes not all clauses of a standard assessed. That's where we encourage practitioners to read into details to see what exactly this product can be used for and what it's being assessed for. And then we show if it's being authenticated. So in this instance, it's being assessed by the issuing laboratory, which is ATTAR, and we record its accreditation. We use NCPR to raise the awareness of importance of evidence issued by accredited conformity assessment bodies. So we have a page dedicated to this system. So there are many testing labs or conformity assessment bodies, but not all of them are accredited. Conformity assessment body can have multiple accreditation numbers for different conformity assessments. And we'll also show a CAB accreditation, highlight the importance of conformity assessments by credible organizations and their accreditation. We understand in the free market where anyone tests the product and issue a report, we emphasize who you can trust. So NATSPEC is not a CAB or testing lab, so we rely on NATA for testing inspection activities and JASM for product certification. We also use this space to highlight the international accreditation system that is mutually recognized by NATA or JASM by various more multilateral recognition arrangements. And these are the international accreditation bodies that are mutually accepted by NATA or JASM. Products that had gone through the NCPR authentication process are shown to have conformity evidence to relevant international or Australian standards. In the NCPR, we also educate the industry in general product conformity information, which is under product conformity. In this section, we highlight the NCC evidence of suitability clauses. All this information underpins the principle of this NCPR initiative. Another area I want to show you is the resources. Owned by government and industry, we're also informed of the latest activities and discussions. And we have this page to keep you up to date in terms of product conformance and compliance. So when you go to About, you will see the limitations of the NCPR, what we do tell you and what we don't tell you. And in the end, we will show you how authentication is done between NCPR and the issuing authorities. So if you like what you've seen so far, you can direct your suppliers or inform the practitioners who do work with product suppliers to the submission page and email back to the NCPR with their original evidence of conformity. We don't put any IP-sensitive information on the NCPR, and anything before being published will be checked by the supplier. There's also a pricing schedule. So you'll see we charge a very small fee so it operates on a cost recovery basis, and the register will be funded by the participating suppliers. So it is freely and readily available for industry practitioners. So these are the information that a supplier needs to know. So the NCPR is freely and readily available for the practitioners. For us to provide the economy of scale and bring value to your work, we need to be a centralized database. And the only way to achieve that is if you help us either directly or via the practitioners who do work with construction products to encourage the product suppliers to join the NCPR. Thank you.